It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer, and today is going to be quite an intense battle video. I like these battle beer reviews these days where you're pitting one beer against another. These two beers, both 10% ABV. Pannepot versus Pannepot Reserva. Now what's interesting about these two bottles is they're both from the same brewery. They're both from, let's have a quick, they're both, oh my goodness me, there we go, the Struise Brewers, there we go, they're both from the Struise. But they're spelled differently. The Struise are in Belgian. But they're spelled differently. Same kind of theme, same brewery. One being a Reserva, but they're spelled differently. Pannepot. Reserva is spelled with pot, like English pot, British language pot, whereas Pannepot is more like a French version, isn't it? 330 milliliter beers, both with a gold bottle cap, both in dark brown bottles. One, a dark strong ale from Flanders, 10% ABV, and the other one is described as a dark quadruple from Flanders. So without further ado then, let's have a look at these beers and let's see what's different. Little bit of smoke on the bottle opening. Beer in the glass. Oh, look at the colour of this. Both beers from around the 2018. Oh, we'll double check it. I'll sort all of that out in a moment. But, I'm guessing, because I've had the two bottles around the same time, this is definitely 2018. The beer dates back from that time. Both bottles. Yeah, look at this. A little bit of a hiss of carbonation on the Reserva. Shall we? I won't review the Reserva straight away. We'll get straight into the Pannepot first, the original bottle. So this is a quadruple, a dark quadruple beer, brewed as a wink and gratitude to the Danish Caben Hansvak in 2006, whatever that was. Look at the sediment in the bottom of the glass here. Look at that. Loads of sediment, good carbonation, head retention's gone. You can see that there's a little bit of alcohol legs on the glass. You can see, as like the glass has that kind of alcohol legs where this. Not sure if the camera's picking it up. Let's get the aroma. Oh, it smells fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Just plum and fig and prune and a little bit of dark malt in there. A little bit roasty and toasty. Fabulous, fabulous. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Oh, it's a brilliant beer. You get a little tickle of carbonation. You get a lovely body on the beer. It's a bit, I mean, it doesn't look much. Let's be honest, it looks like gravy. let's be perfectly honest here. There's lots of sediment in the glass. It looks like thin gravy. But ignore all that. We never drink with our eyes. Never ever drink with our eyes. It's always with our mouth. And this is just tasting wonderful. Woody, oaky. You get a little bit of that 10% ABV coming through. The hop flavours coming through are absolutely fantastic. A little bit of plum, a little bit of fig, a little bit of prune. Oh, it's a fabulous beer. The Struise makes some amazing beer. And it's funny, they do a beer called Black Albert, which is like something like an 18% imperial stout. But their beers just fly under the radar. It's funny, you think that this brewery brewing fantastic beer like this, lots and lots of people buy it, lots and lots of people drink it, but they're really quite unknown especially in the UK. If you're into craft beer, if you're into drinking great beer, then you would have heard of Pannepot. You would have heard of Pannepot Reserva. You would have heard of the Struise and Black Albert and all their other beers. But for the common man on the street, they have no idea. They have no idea that this beer even existed. And I find that such a shame. Such a shame that such great beer just floats over the head of most people. Whereas wine, for some reason, wine was able to get into the common man's head. And they like it, drinking their 19 crimes and all the other stuff that's in the supermarket. But when it comes to really good quality, strong beer, it just always seems to fly under the radar. Anyway, I haven't come here to moan. I've come here to drink great beer. So, Pannepot Reserva, Old Fisherman's Ale, aged on oak. Aged on oak. So, a little bit more, bit of coconut aroma coming through here. You do definitely get that kind of oakiness, that woodiness. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Oh, yes, different. I would say the first 3/4 of the taste of the beer is exactly the same as Pannepot, but it would be because it's generally the same beer. What's different with this beer is right at the back end, right at the finish. It's that wonderful kind of spirity, oaky. You get the tannins from the oak. You get that little bit of kind of, it's a little bit more alcoholic on the back end actually. Whatever barrels they've aged it in, it's a little kind of whiskey like, it's a little kind of rum like, whatever barrels they've decided to use. But you do get that kind of slight spirity taste on the back end, you do. This beer, the Reserva, has a lot less sediment. Have a look at the normal beer, the amount of sediment there compared to the Reserva. A lot less sediment going on with the Reserva. So it's time to rate this then. Time to rate the two beers. Let's sip one and sip the other. I think it's down to personal preference, this one. So normal Pannepot. Beautifully rich, full of flavour, plums, figs, prunes, good mouthfeel, fantastic beer. Pannepot Reserva. definitely more of a spirity taste. You're definitely picking up more of a spirit flavour. It depends what you want. I think if you want that kind of whiskey, rum, barrel-aged flavour, then go for the Pannepot Reserva. But I'm going to be perfectly honest here, and I'm going to say, for me, what I like the most is the regular Pannepot. I like more of the flavour from the malt and the hops, rather than like oak barrel and whiskey. So this very much depends on what you want as a beer drinker. If you love barrel-aged beer, go with a Reserva. If you love a strong beer at 10% with lovely biscuity malt flavours and lovely hoppy flavours coming through, then just go with a regular Pannepot. So for me, Pannepot Reserva is a 9 out of 10. But the regular Pannepot for me is a 10. 10 out of 10. Fantastic beer. I hope you like this beer review. I hope you like this comparison. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.